My name is Louisa, and I want to share the story of how Sam came into my life, altering its course in ways I could never have foreseen. It all began on a balmy summer evening at a charity gala, an event I almost didn't attend, burdened as I was with the weight of single motherhood for my 3 children. Little did I know that the universe had plans in store for me that night. The event was abuzz with conversations and laughter, yet amidst the crowd, my attention was arrested by a tall, enigmatic figure, Sam. His presence radiated an unassuming confidence that commanded attention, and his smile, genuine and warm, seemed to light up the room. It was as if an invisible thread connected us, urging our paths to intersect. Our conversation flowed effortlessly, bridging the gap between 2 strangers. We spoke about our shared passions for art and music, weaving tales of our past experiences into a rich tapestry of anecdotes. As I spoke about my life as a single mother, raising my 3 beloved children, Jake, Mia, and Helen, I saw in Sam's eyes a genuine admiration for the strength it took to balance work, motherhood, and personal pursuits. As the night wore on, I found myself captivated by Sam's charisma and authenticity. He had a way of making me forget my worries, even if only for a fleeting moment. It felt like we had known each other for years, and I couldn't help but imagine the possibility of him becoming a stable presence in our lives, a partner and father figure my children deserved. Little did I know that our story was poised on the edge of an unforeseen precipice, ready to plunge me into a whirlwind of emotions and challenges that would test my resilience and redefine my understanding of love and strength. As weeks turned into months, my connection with Sam deepened. We spent weekends exploring art galleries, taking long walks in the park, and engaging in deep conversations that seemed to effortlessly bridge the gap between our worlds. Despite the challenges that life had thrown at me, I felt a sense of hope blossoming within me, fueled by the warmth of Sam's presence. However, as our relationship progressed, I began to notice subtle shifts in Sam's demeanor. His smiles became less frequent, and he seemed preoccupied, lost in thoughts he was reluctant to share. One evening, after putting the children to bed, I decided it was time to address the growing distance between us. "Sam, is something bothering you?" I inquired gently, my heart heavy with concern. He sighed, his gaze fixed on the floor. "Louisa, there's something I need to confess. I've been grappling with personal demons, and I think it's best for both of us if I step away from this relationship." The weight of his words bore down on me like a ton of bricks. "What do you mean, Sam?" "We had something special." Sam's eyes met mine, filled with a mixture of regret and sorrow. "I can't be the partner you deserve right now. I need to work on myself before I can truly be a part of your life and the lives of your children." With that, he left, leaving me standing there, a whirlwind of emotions swirling within me. I felt like the ground had been ripped out from beneath my feet. The man who had seemed so perfect, who had brought a glimmer of hope back into my life, was now walking away, leaving me to grapple with confusion and heartache. Little did I know that this was just the beginning of a journey that would test my strength and resilience in ways I could never have anticipated. The road ahead would be paved with challenges that would shape me into a stronger version of myself, one capable of fighting for what truly mattered. The days that followed Sam's departure were a tumultuous mix of emotions. I struggled to make sense of what had happened, replaying our moments together in my mind, searching for signs I might have missed. I found myself vacillating between sadness and anger, wondering how someone who seemed so genuine could suddenly pull away. As I tried to maintain a sense of normalcy for my children, I couldn't shake off the feeling that something was amiss. It was as though a shadow had been cast over the happiness we had shared, and I longed for answers that seemed elusive. One day, after the children had gone to school, I sat down with a cup of tea and a notepad. I began to write, pouring out my feelings onto the paper, trying to make sense of the turmoil inside me. I wrote about the dreams I had dared to nurture, about the laughter we had shared, and about the emptiness that now seemed to permeate every corner of my life. Weeks turned into months, and as I worked through my emotions, I discovered something unexpected, a newfound sense of strength. I realized that I had the power to carry on, not just for myself, but for my children as well. While Sam's departure had left a void, it had also ignited a fire within me to protect and provide for my family, no matter the challenges that lay ahead. But even as I resolved to move forward, the questions lingered. Why had Sam really left? What were the personal demons he had mentioned? The uncertainty gnawed at me, a constant reminder of the chapter that had abruptly closed in my life. Little did I know that the answers to these questions would be just as surprising and painful as the departure itself, setting the stage for a battle that would test my courage and determination in ways I never imagined. Months turned into a year, and just when I thought I was finally making progress in healing, an unexpected letter arrived in the mail. It was from Sam, explaining in painstaking detail the reasons for his departure. He confessed to a tangled web of personal struggles that had overwhelmed him, leading him to believe that he couldn't provide the stability and support I and my children needed. Reading his words reopened wounds I thought were healing. It was a mixture of empathy for his struggles and frustration at the sudden abandonment. I realized that while he had his own battles to fight, his decision had inflicted wounds on my heart and the hearts of my children. As the weight of his words settled in, a newfound determination took hold of me. I refused to let his actions define my family's future. My children deserved more than uncertainty, and I was resolved to provide them with a stable and loving environment, with or without a partner by my side. Legal battles loomed on the horizon as Sam made an unexpected claim on our family home. The place that held countless memories of my children's laughter and growth was now at risk. The fear of losing not just a partner, but also the physical anchor of our family life was a hard pill to swallow. I was faced with a stark reality. Fight for the home and stability my children deserved, or allow it all to slip through my fingers. But beneath the anger and frustration lay a wellspring of determination. I refused to let circumstances dictate our fate. I would fight for my children's future, for our home, and for the strength I had discovered within myself. With every legal document I signed, with every courtroom appearance, I was proving to myself and to everyone around me that I was not a woman to be underestimated or sidelined. As the battle intensified, I drew strength from the faces of my children, their unwavering support a reminder that my fight was not just for me, but for them too. The echoes of their laughter, their dreams, and their unwavering love pushed me forward, urging me to overcome obstacles that seemed insurmountable. The legal battles loomed ahead like a storm on the horizon, and I knew that the fight would be anything but easy. The courtroom became a battleground of words and emotions, as lawyers presented their cases with fervor. Sam's motives were laid bare as he argued his claim to our family home, even as he shockingly relinquished his rights to our children. In one heated exchange, Sam's lawyer argued, "Mr. Williams has a legitimate claim to the property. He was a part of this family, and he should have his fair share." My lawyer, a steadfast figure who had become my beacon of hope, responded firmly, "But a family isn't just built on legal claims. It's built on love, care, and dedication. Ms. Thompson has been the anchor for her children, providing stability and unwavering support." As the legal proceedings continued, the truth became clear. Sam's attachment to the material possession of our home outweighed his concern for our children's emotional well-being. His willingness to walk away from them was a bitter pill to swallow, but it only fueled my determination to protect my children's future. Days turned into weeks, and court sessions seemed like a never-ending ordeal. The emotional toll was immeasurable, but I clung to the image of my children's smiling faces, their laughter echoing in my mind, reminding me of what truly mattered. During one particularly difficult session, the judge's voice rang out, "Ms. Thompson, it's evident that your dedication to your children is unwavering. The court acknowledges your commitment to their well-being." Those words were a balm to my weary soul, a reminder that our fight was not in vain. Through sleepless nights and tearful days, I persisted, unwavering in my resolve. And then, the turning point arrived. The court ruled in my favor, granting me not only ownership of our cherished home, but also full custody of Helen, Jake, and Mia. The victory was bittersweet, as I couldn't help but think of Sam and the man he could have been for us. But I also realized that the battle had made me stronger, teaching me that I was capable of weathering storms and emerging stronger on the other side. With the court battles behind me and the victory hard won, a new chapter of our lives began. But victory couldn't mend the wounds left by Sam's departure. There were nights when the silence was deafening, and the memories of our time together haunted me. The dreams I had woven, the hopes I had nurtured, they all lay shattered, like pieces of a broken mirror reflecting a past I could never fully forget. My children were my pillars of strength, their smiles and laughter helping to fill the void that Sam had left. Yet, the pain lingered, a persistent ache that would catch me off guard in the most unexpected moments. I often found solace in the early morning hours when the world was quiet, and I could allow my tears to fall without anyone seeing. One day, as I sat in our garden, a place that had witnessed countless moments of joy and struggle, Helen approached me. She was growing into a resilient young woman, wise beyond her years. She looked at me with those wise eyes and said, "Mom, we're going to be okay. We've come so far, and you've shown us that we can overcome anything." Her words were a salve to my wounded heart. In that moment, I realized that my journey wasn't just about fighting external battles. It was also about healing from within. I had to let go of the pain that had taken root in my heart and find a way to rebuild my life, not just for my children, but for myself. As time passed, I threw myself into work and into creating new memories with my children. We traveled, explored, and celebrated the victories, big and small. I found comfort in the routines of our daily lives, in the moments of shared laughter, and in the simple joys that life had to offer. But deep down, there was still a part of me that yearned for closure. I needed to confront Sam, to understand his choices, and to find a way to forgive, not for his sake, but for mine. It was a daunting step, one that required me to face the past and the emotions I had buried. One evening, after much contemplation, I picked up the phone. My heart raced as I dialed Sam's number, unsure of what to expect. When he answered, the conversation that followed was raw and emotional, a long overdue exchange of truths and regrets. Through tears and painful confessions, we both acknowledged our mistakes, the pain we had caused each other, and the paths we had chosen. In that conversation, I realized that forgiveness wasn't about absolving Sam of his actions. It was about freeing myself from the weight of anger and resentment. It was about letting go of the past and embracing the possibilities of the future. As time marched on, a sense of newfound freedom embraced me. The conversations with Sam had been cathartic, allowing me to release the pent-up emotions that had held me captive for so long. I focused on rebuilding, not just our lives, but also my own sense of self. I poured my energy into my work, nurturing my passions and nurturing my children's dreams. Yet, just when I felt a glimmer of hope rekindling within me, a shadow fell across our lives once again. The battle was no longer about the house or possessions. It was about the children. Sam, emboldened by a newfound determination, initiated legal proceedings to gain custody of Helen, Jake, and Mia. The news hit me like a tidal wave, threatening to drown me in a sea of despair. How could he, after all he had put us through, now try to claim the children he had once abandoned? The pain was visceral, the fear of losing my children more suffocating than any challenge I had faced before. In the courtroom, the stakes were higher than ever. Sam's arguments were laced with promises of a fresh start, of change, and of the love he claimed he could now provide. But my children's loyalty and love for me were unwavering, a testament to the bond we had forged through hardships and victories alike. During the proceedings, I stood my ground, fueled by the unwavering support of my lawyer and the undeniable love I had for my children. Our family, built on the foundation of resilience and unconditional love, was not to be torn apart by legal battles or empty promises. In the midst of the courtroom tension, my lawyer stood before the judge and declared, "Your Honor, these children have thrived under Ms. Thompson's care. They have overcome obstacles and emerged stronger. Their happiness and well-being should remain her priority." The judge listened intently, and I held my breath, praying that the court would see through the facade of change that Sam had presented. The battle for my children's future, for their happiness and stability, raged on, a pivotal moment in our journey. And then, the judge's gavel came down, delivering a verdict that was both a relief and a validation of the love and effort I had poured into my family. The court ruled in my favor, allowing my children to remain in the stable and loving home we had built together. As the realization sunk in, tears of relief streamed down my face. It was a victory, not just for me, but for my children and for the unwavering strength we had exhibited throughout this trying journey. The courtroom victory was a turning point, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the unbreakable bonds of family. With the legal battles finally behind us, I was determined to create a future that was brighter and more hopeful than ever before. I channeled my energy into rebuilding our lives, embracing the lessons I had learned along the way. The pain of the past had taught me the importance of forgiveness and the power of letting go. I let go of the resentment that had weighed me down and chose to focus on the love and strength that had carried us through. As the years passed, my children continued to thrive. Helen pursued her dreams of becoming a writer, Jake excelled in his studies, and Mia's artistic talents bloomed. Our home was filled with laughter, shared meals, and the warmth of togetherness. We were a family in the truest sense, united not just by blood, but by the experiences that had shaped us. But life had one more surprise in store for me. In the midst of my journey of healing and growth, I crossed paths with someone unexpected. Mark, a kind-hearted man who saw the strength within me and admired the love I had for my children. His presence in our lives was a gradual and natural progression, a gentle reminder that love could be a source of joy, not pain. Mark's love was patient and unwavering. He respected my journey and embraced my children as if they were his own. His support was a testament to the fact that not all love stories were destined to end in heartbreak. Together, we built a life rooted in trust, communication, and the shared goal of nurturing our family. Years later, as I reflect on the journey that brought me here, I'm grateful for the challenges as much as the triumphs. The pain of losing Sam had propelled me into a path of self-discovery and empowerment. It had taught me to never underestimate my own strength and resilience, and it had shown me the depth of a mother's love. Our story, one of heartbreak, courage, and unwavering determination, serves as a reminder that life's challenges are not meant to define us, but to shape us into the people we are meant to become. As the sun sets on one chapter, it rises on another filled with hope, love, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow.